Hello, everyone. Do something a little different here. The Fallout Season 2 Episode 1 review, I guess we should call it. My name is Marcel MD14, or Sami. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to talk about the Wasteland. I'm excited to be back.
I know. Welcome back to the Wasteland. Steve, how are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm very excited to be doing this series with all of you guys. But I'm trying to rack my brain about what a name for this spinoff could be.
I just call our little group chat like Vault 6, Toronto and everything. Yeah. So,
but do we limit ourselves to just the series, or do we make it like a whole thing where we could do it for like a bunch of movies and different fandoms?
We'll see how this goes. We could end up getting in trouble and getting fired after this.
We could get canceled.
Who's firing us? We own this building.
It doesn't matter. Someone could buy us over to fire us. Okay, you never know what can happen here. Listen, there's mind chips in the show here. Anything can happen. That was a good way to start off the show. I can't remember what exactly his name is, but
Robert House.
Robert House. How could you forget Marcel?
I'm just testing you guys, okay? Both of you passed. I feel bad for the guy. Hopefully he's playing dead. Like when he chucked the bat at the guy, back into the guy, and he got nil. I'm like, play dead. Don't get up. You should have survived that at least, right? I hope. But you know what, Sami, what did you think of this episode?
Oh, I loved it. And opening up with that scene, I thought it was just so deliciously disturbing, which is exactly kind of like what Fallout's all about. So it's like we're jumping right back in. It didn't start with Lucy, which I expected it to, but I definitely do enjoy all the flashback series. Just to learn more about the world, because we have over 4 games, so why not get into every little detail in this bigger medium?
Absolutely. Steve, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm kind of two minds about this episode. I think it's a very good return to the series, because it's been just over a year or so since the first season. So getting back into it and then getting that 6-minute recap, I was like, okay, I'm back up. I'm back up to snuff here. And then like Sami was saying, I love Fallout lore. I love getting into the weeds of this stuff. So getting back and getting to see this kind of flashback before the nukes went off, that was really good. But then you start getting into the episode, and I kind of feel like there was a lot missing. Maximus obviously notably missing, but it just kind of felt like a reacquaintance to the series. Seeing the Ghoul and Lucy interact, you get to see a little bit of what's going on in the vaults and everything. It just didn't. It wasn't until that final scene that's okay, now we're kind of pushing forward. It's just kind of, it was kind of like return. It was kind of like leftovers.
It did feel like an introduction. I feel
right.
It feels like if it was okay, you know what? Maybe if someone didn't watch season 1, season 2, you could start you could honestly start from right here and be like, okay, what's this show about? So I definitely have that same feeling as well, especially for someone who didn't watch as much as season 1. But I was watching this, I'm like, oh, I get it. I see why people really like this show.
Okay, yeah,
very much so. And it was a nice introduction, because I feel like you just came in, all right, we're back to driving 200 miles per hour. You're like, what's going on in the show? I feel like it's a nice way to bring people back in, but it still gave a little appetizer for those who are been waiting for this. I found, especially with a side of flea soup,
Oh, that was so gross.
Yeah. You don't want some flea soup?
No,
there's a lot of protein in there, I heard.
But I will say, some people may see it as a minus, but not having Max in this episode was a bonus for me, because I want to punch him in the face every time I see him. He's just a very punchable character, which I know is kind of his point, but
yeah, he is this kind of lovable loser that especially by the end of season 1, you're kind of like, how did you fall into success like this? How out of everyone in the Wasteland, you're the guy? Okay.
Yeah, and he's here's every opportunity, and then he takes it and goes,
yeah, pretty much, and everything. Sami, what did you give this episode here? Sami's our lead for a Gaming Network lead reviewer here. I'm like, hey, here's your shot, kid. Go nuts,
I gave it an 8.5 because like I did think it was a strong return to the show. Like you're saying, it definitely does set you up for people who did watch season 1. But if you are coming in, don't really know the world at all, and this is your first Fallout episode, I think it does a really good job of like setting the stage.
Yeah. Steve, what about you? Do you think Sami scored too high? You're like, you're out of your mind, lady. This is a 6 out of 10 episode here.
No, I think maybe a little too high but again, that's just coming in for me. Like I do love coming in and like right away you get to get the banter between Lucy and the Ghoul. And I think that's really the showcase here. I think some of the narrative plots, like even seeing some of the flashbacks later on in the episode where, Cooper Howard is with his daughter and kind of driving around and the alarms start going off and everything. I was like, this is so cool. Like every time we go back into the past and kind of see the nukes dropping, I was like, this is what I've always wanted. Stuff from like The Last of Us or pre-apocalyptic is like is such a great dichotomy to something like Fallout that has such a distinct style. And I just think that the story, the setting, everything about going back to New Vegas, obviously as a fan of the series, I'm eating up. I just thought that it was lacking in kind of progressing the story along. But that being said, everything was still pretty strong. And I think by the end of it, you do get that little tidbit of like, oh, okay, the season's going to be off to a pretty good start. I just wonder if maybe it would have benefited from having like the 2-episode premiere.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, that does kind of help out a lot, actually, especially what's to come. So
it might have kind of flavored like me and Marcel's experience for the sake of it, because we did watch episode 1 and 2 back to back.
Yeah.
So like in my mind, even trying like writing the review, I'm just like, no, wait, that was episode 2. That's later. We'll talk about that later in a different episode.
They structured it. They were like, this season will continue right now. They did get a little special for that. Everyone like, oh, that's hilarious and everything.
I think it is kind of worth mentioning, at least to the audience, that we do have access to every episode. So for me to like sit here, for someone who has seen more than just the first episode, I'm kind of trying to remove my opinions and thoughts on the season as we've seen it as a whole, because we've seen 6 episodes out of the 8. So it's just kind of important to just preface for everyone watching that we're kind of trying to just truncate it based on one specific episode and not kind of spoil ourselves and spoil everyone that's watching this.
Absolutely.
For stuff that's coming down the road.
Yeah, especially you're like, wait, when did this happen? Wait, was this episode and everything?
Yeah,
one thing I gotta give kudos to this show is that there's multiple like storylines going on, and like I feel like I don't get like confused, or I'm not like, wait, why are we talking about this? I feel like it's like a nice pause, or even if like it's like if you're switching to a monitor, you're like, oh, what's on this screen right now, and like you can follow very easily. Like the guy who wants to feel belong after the 3 vaults switched up for a little bit. Starts a little support group and everything.
A little wiener,
a little wiener and everything with the very special family who wants extra loving in her family, or the snack lady who thinks she has a dust allergy because of her dad, so it's quirkiness like that. You're like, oh, that's so funny. You can follow along with that, like not everyone, like, yes, we have our main like support main characters here, but like even like the little support like joke characters, you're like, oh, I wonder what's going on with them right now. And then I feel like it comes at the right point with this storytelling that they're doing here, or even with the baby and then the lady with the eye patch and everything. So who breaks communications later on and everything. So no, I find this is a very well told show, and I can see why a lot of people are excited for it. Yet they refuse to give us any new Fallout game, or DLC related to it. But that's a Xbox thing. That's a different show that we could complain about and everything. Is there anything else you guys want to bring up here for, I guess, episode 1 review that we have right here?
How did you guys feel about Norm in episode 1? In my head, also, I am a Hannah Montana fan, so like in my head, all I see is Rico.
Yeah, sure.
But
I really like the character. I think in season 1, it took me a long time for me to kind of warm up to him, but it's like towards the latter half, and especially where we left off with him in season 1, I was like, ooh, this is really exciting. I mean, again, we're kind of just getting these tidbits of what's to come in this episode, but I think by the time we get towards the latter half of the episode, I thought it was really interesting that he opens up all the, you know, the cryos and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, this is it has the potential to really like blow things up in this really meaningful way, because I've always really liked the fascination and the lore behind all these different vaults and everything. So to kind of see the inner workings of an operational vault in Fallout is very, very unique. So it's cool to see like almost like this Game of Thrones political chess game that's being played in a way. And yeah, his whole involvement in it is very compelling so far.
Yeah. I think out of all the Vault storylines, his is more compelling in 31.
1000%.
32 is kind of like, okay, your computer doesn't work and you're just like a bitchy girl, but go off, queen. Yeah. And then I liked getting back to Vault 33, seeing kind of like how they're dealing with the aftermath of season 1. But I could have maybe done even without those plot lines and like focused more on like some of the main characters for the first episode. But I do get it's nice to touch base, but then again, Max.
I feel like the reason why they put him in there is like, hey, we're gonna put you here so that we can focus on the heavy stuff, like 2, 3, and 4, to like get the ball rolling or something like that. You know, like they just just get them out of the way as soon as like right away. You know, like. That way, or especially if you want to introduce the show to someone, you've seen almost the full cast now in a way, except for, you know, you're right, Maximus. Maximus. You just don't see him at all, or even unless if you miss the previews, you'll be like, wait, who's this guy? You know, all of a sudden. It's a very interesting situation, especially with their water situation and everything. I love the character with the brain, like thinking like, oh, I'm gonna do something bad with you with this needle. He's like, man, get this needle.
Oh yeah. I need that. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, hey, what are you doing?
Gosh, what's his name again? I always forget. Bud.
Good old Bud.
Buds.
Well. RP Bud, I guess. You know, he nipped the bud there. Yeah, that's right. I got something.
Not confirmed.
But yeah, no, I would say it was definitely a strong start. Even going back and seeing like the involvement with his wife and like how she set everything up with like that's like insane. They're like, hey, we want to be ahead in the game here, so let's just bomb our people so that our tech can be number 1. Like that's absolutely insane here. And then but that stuff we already knew in
season 1
yeah, as well.
Which was a pretty wacky like revelation, again, as someone who's followed the series for so long, to kind of see it recontextualized as to, you know, Robert House kind of orchestrating all of this stuff and how many of like Vault-Tec was a part of this, and kind of seeing how they're, you know, running this propaganda campaign and getting people into vaults to test them and everything. I was like, damn, this is really cool. Yeah, it's really damn cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know we did get like a second of Robert House in season 1, but they replaced the actor for this season. And I think this guy's gonna do a really good job.
Justin Theroux.
Yeah, like such a charismatic dude, and like you definitely needed that for this type of villain.
Is there a reason behind it? I'm not too sure. So
I think it was just like a big cameo part. Like he just appears on the screen in season 1. It's not like he has one voice, like voice acting line, and I think that they just kind of said, hey, we want someone who could own the screen, as we're kind of seeing here. The one interesting thing that I've seen pointed out though is that first scene in the flashback, people are getting like a lot of LA or Miami vibes because you see the ocean. So I wonder if that's kind of teeing up maybe where season 3 will end up going, or maybe down the road. Who knows? It's a little theorizing for people out there watching along the way. Who knows?
Let their brains start cooking now, you know, because we're already in Vegas and LA's right there. Just saying. So
I'm sure there's people who are like diehard fans of the show. They're probably like, no, they're clearly talking about this because of this one format that was in one book in the vault here.
That's
and
right.
I'm like, well, let us know in the comments if you're
Easter eggs are in this show show is crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, one of the ones that I picked up on pretty quickly was the vault that Lucy and the Ghoul go to, Vault 24, which was. I don't know if either of you guys understand the reference point to this, but it was a long deleted vault from New Vegas, and the only reason back in the day, and because everyone was speculating whether or not this was going to become like DLC for the game or anything, there was just one vault suit for Vault 24 in the game's files, and no other reference to it whatsoever.
Oh,
so it's just a really cool like full circle moment that like Nolan and Lisa Joy, like they know their shit when they come into this, and they have like people who give a shit about the game, the lore, the back history of this franchise. Like I thought it was a really cool moment to see them reference this like one-off kind of long deleted thing that
they're in good hands here. They're doing the show a lot of justice. They're making it's making a lot of people who never even heard of fall in love with it. Like friend of the show, Dapper, his mom loves the show, and she's like, "What? You're going to watch season 2?" He's like, "I didn't know you liked the show." Like random people are watching the show. It's definitely a great show to just like, even if you don't know anything about Fallout or even heard of it, like you're outside the circle. It's a real well done, well made storytelling TV show for sure. So. It
is, and like there's so much practicality to it all. Like the one of the opening sequence with Lucy and the Ghoul is set in Novak, which is another location in New Vegas, and just to kind of see it realized with a real set, and the large dinosaur that Lucy is hiding in as the perch is like so cool to see, because you think back, I started playing around in that area in New Vegas, like over 10 years ago, to kind of see it all fleshed out in this new Hollywood set is super dope to see.
Yeah, they better remaster New Vegas.
They 100% they will. It's just more about the when.
Yeah. Also, at
the end of episode 8, maybe.
Oh yeah, a little surprise drop.
Surprise shadow drop right there.
It holds up surprisingly well. I think I played it 2 years ago. Like before Fallout Season 1 came out, I replayed New Vegas, and it holds up so well.
I just remember the man's head who spins around. That's what I always remember. The old man's head. That was like always a weird glitch. I was like, what is happening in this game? This is a great introduction to a game right here. Hey, they brought back Oblivion, so I can't see why they can't bring this one back. They seem to be remastering or fixing their games. They did Skyrim the other day. Like, come on, Bethesda, you could do this.
But if you could choose, would you rather a New Vegas remake or remaster, or a new IP like game completely?
Fallout 5.
Fallout 5.
Fallout 5. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm playing safe. Give me Vegas.
What?
Give me Vegas. I'm being safe here.
Your heart doesn't want the new content.
You want to
just
go another 4?
Base building. That's all you have to do. And if you get rid of the base building, 76. I turn tail. I like 76.
I mean, after enough time, I feel like the same thing happened with New Vegas. Like originally there was a lot of discourse about it, and then over time people are like, actually, no, this is my favorite one.
You two need to be in a cryopod right now. Okay, we'll wait until
I'll take the sleep.
To a new. I know you will take it. You'll be like, oh, I love sleep. I'll do it right now.
Don't tempt me with a good time, all right?
Yeah, don't you? How dare you tease me like that? But no, this is exciting, and I'm excited to go down this road with you, with both of you, for the remainder of the episodes here. Very exciting times to come and everything. Any final remarks?
I'm excited for the rest of the season.
It's so hard, especially when you know what happens.
No, I'm excited to do this. I think it's a really cool idea to do a weekly, so we can kind of talk about it as the season goes on with everyone else that's listening and tuning in. I think it's a really cool idea, and I hope people out there really enjoy it and kind of interact with us, give us your comments and whatnot, so we can go off of that. But it's going to be fun. I mean, 7 more episodes of this. We obviously know for the most part where this is going, so it's going to be a cool conversation to have each week.
Yeah,
It's like a little bit of the water cooler experience that we don't get anymore.
Exactly.
1000%.
Yeah, I mean, it's just my cat and I here, and she doesn't even barely drink water, to be honest.
You look at her and point, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, right. Crazy. She's like, I'm gonna lick my butt right now. Sorry.
Sorry. I know we're wrapping up, but I want to say one other thing. This was one other nitpick that I kind of almost forgot. The makeup that they're using for the Ghoul, it is so different.
Yeah.
I think they tried to go better, but like sometimes you just need to stick it out with what you like first did.
There's something about it that's just grating this time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not as much. I don't know why.
It's like too CGI waxy or something. Like you can see it in like behind the scenes stuff. All they do is like green screen out his nose. And everything else is practical. But I think it's something with the process, or maybe they tried to make it faster for Walton Goggins. But there's something just about it, or maybe it's just the lighting that they're using. It just looks waxy or something.
Something's a little bit different on it. Yeah,
I just wanted to point that out.
Maybe it was just too hot. You know,
maybe
Vegas is hot. Listen, desert. Get out of there.
Filming on location.
Yeah, exactly. I want to, if any of you listening, I would love to hear your predictions, comments, with your favorite moments, any Easter eggs we may have missed. I know there's a ton of Easter eggs out there, so we want to hear all about it. And we'll be doing this as a weekly show, and we'll love to hear. If you have any comments, we'll probably throw them into the next episode as well. So with that being said, we'll check you all on the next episode. Take care, everyone.